Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the worst thing a stranger has done. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Me, a child, playing with toys in Walmart. A random stranger, I'd like you to play with my little boy toy. My dad, just on the other end, watching me, doesn't say a word to the man, just grabs him and throws him across the aisle, then screams out, if you want to play with him, you're going to have to play with me first. Oh my gosh, go dad. A random stranger would say that to a kid? In public? Oh, that's messed up, man. Just break his arm while you're at it. Sit next to me on the bus when there's a single seat on the other side. I swear. Why do some people do that? Like, do they just want some company? Are they lonely? One time I was in South Philly and a car pulled up with two guys in it. They called out to me asking for directions, so I walked over. As I was explaining where to go, the dude in the passenger seat spit in my face and they sped off. Ew, why would you do that? You call someone over just to spit on their face? I think if someone spat on my face, I'd get so freaking mad. It's just the fact that it's so freaking rude and disrespectful. Wow. I was about 11 and me and some friends were standing on a small bridge over a lake. All of a sudden, I was picked up and thrown over the railing onto the lake below. I tried to grab onto anything I could as I fell and scraped my arms up pretty good. I still have scars 30 years later. So I swim to the side and some older kid comes up to me and just say, sorry, I thought you were someone else. He nearly killed him. And all he gets is a sorry. I thought you were my friend. Are you kidding me? Even if they were your friend, you don't do something like that. Stupid. Like, they could hit the neck wrong, the head wrong, and they're dead. So stupid. Stopped at a red light one time. Someone from a building adjacent to the light threw a bag of ice and water on my car from a few stories up, dented the roof and shattered the windshield. What? That person who threw that should really get arrested though, because that's so freaking dangerous. Imagine if it hit someone. Man, people are so dumb. This is why I hate people. I was sitting at a cafe with my then partner. A man came up to our table, held finger guns at my temple and whispered, I wish I could, and then yanked my hair and rushed out. It was completely unprovoked. I've technically had more violent and scary things happen to me, but that stuck with me for a really long time. I think it's because I had been having a lovely day until that point. I was so excited to be sitting in a cute cafe eating pie with my date. And now I can't get the image of her face falling as she looked at the man out of my head. We went home after that. Just randomly? Dude, why are people like that? They don't even know this person and that's what they do. Psycho, man. Some people are just on stuff and they shouldn't be out at all. I work in retail and once a customer jiggled my belly and said, I see the diet stuff doesn't work here. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I keep coming back to it. A customer touched them. Assault. That's so freaking rude. I would have just slapped them and been like, oh, sorry, I thought I could slap the ugly out of you. Pulled her pants halfway down her butt and asked me to check the size of her underwear. I hated being a cashier. Are you freaking kidding me? How do people do this? Like, are they not ashamed of themselves? Like, I can't even go in public and look at someone in the eyes. And this person is going to be like, can you look down my butt for me to check my underwear? Okay, dude. Alright. What in the world? Drove with a blood alcohol level of 0.1 and then rear-ended me at a stoplight going about 50 miles per hour. Totaled my car when I was 21, living on my own and struggling financially. He had no insurance or license because he got drunk and caused a car accident 3 months prior. Then he died of alcohol poisoning. I got $157 from his estate 2 years later for the damages. Whoa. So young, you know? I was in London on business and my hotel was hosting a Christmas party for a bunch of Russians also there on business. I was sitting at the bar by myself and one of the Russian women invited me to sit with her and her friends. Her table had her, 3 other women and 2 men. I don't speak Russian, but they were all very nice and welcoming to me. The woman sitting across from me was passed out drunk with her head on the table. No one paid any attention to her. After 30 minutes, me and the woman who invited me were flirting pretty good. Suddenly, the drunk woman sits up straight, points at me, scowls, and begins yelling what obviously were Russian swear words. She does this for about a minute, while the rest of us just stare at her and say nothing. Then she plops her head back down on the table and goes to sleep. I asked everyone collectively what was that about. One of the guys replied, "She doesn't know why you're sitting with us. She hates you and called your mother some very bad names. But don't pay her any attention. She's a crazy Russian. We're happy to party with an American." Whoa, that was random. What's she have against this person, man? Maybe she's just trying to protect a group, you know? But she's drunk. Put something in both my girlfriend and my drinks. Something kicked in and I managed to get us home. Don't remember how. We are actually lucky to still be alive after that. Put me off concerts for a long time. Was even weirder that it happened at a metal gig. What? Why would you do that? That's so messed up. Like messing with someone's drink in general, that's freaking messed up. Was on an escalator and a woman farted in my face. Oh my gosh. How dare she? I was with two of my friends walking out of a Walmart at 10 p.m. I was about 17 or 18 years old at the time. Some dude came out and full on made out with me. Just beelined for me and grabbed the back of my head and proceeded to kiss me for about 30 seconds. I froze, my friends froze, and then he ran off laughing. We stood there in disbelief for a minute or two. I went home and brushed my teeth repeatedly. Ah, that's freaking nasty. Ew. So he just assaulted her. My friends and family basically dismissed it and made me feel bad for being upset. He must have thought you were beautiful. Did you even get his number? Type of stuff. So everyone is messed up. The family's messed up. The friends are messed up. No one cared. They were just dismissing her and like telling her that she was lucky to be assaulted. F them. Screw all of them. Seriously. Imagine watching someone get assaulted and you're like, oh my god, you're so lucky. At least he likes you. When I was 23, I was working at a fancy-ish restaurant on their support staff. On this lovely morning, I was hosting. This was also the second weekend that we had started serving brunch. It was a pretty popular spot. Our restaurant sat about 350 people, and by noon, we were on a 2-hour wait. A family came in and demanded a table. I had to respectfully tell them that we had a 2-hour wait, and with a party of 7, it would be difficult to make that accommodation work. They were pissed, but they got on the list. 2 minutes later, another party of 7 came in, but they were kind and patient and a breath of fresh air compared to most of the entitled customers' attitudes that day. They also got on the list. 2 hours later, we had a table open. I called that rude family twice, and waiting for 15 minutes, no response. The next family had been patiently waiting in the lobby, never bothering me, just peeking in here and there. For context, the other rude family had dropped in every 30 minutes to demand why the table wasn't ready yet. I was getting pissed, so after waiting an appropriate amount of time on a morning like this, I gave the table to the nice family. They were extremely grateful, said they really appreciated me. They even slipped me some money because they could tell I was having a rough morning. About 15 minutes later, this rude family walks in again and demands yet again why their table wasn't ready yet. I'm so sorry, your table was ready 20 minutes ago, and I called you a few times. Unfortunately, you didn't answer, so I waited another 15 minutes. Because I received no response, I assumed you are no longer interested, and I gave your table to the next group. This is ridiculous. We never got a call. I'm so sorry. Is this your number? Yes, but I never got a call. I literally turned the phone to them and showed the call history that I had indeed called them. So this next part is a bit of a blur, but basically the mum and dad spent the next 30 minutes yelling at me, calling me horrible things, and demanding to speak to management. Management was busy. We had been a full house for 3 straight hours. They then decided to walk into the bar, leaving the kids outside and yelling about me to the bartenders until they were forced to get a manager to stop these people from upsetting other customers. They even left multiple comment cards about me after one of my managers gave them a table that was for another group. They said that the host was one of the worst restaurant employees they'd ever seen and wasn't even good enough to be a dishwasher. Even though they said a lot of terrible things to me personally, this comment upsets me the most. A job is a job. Although dishwashing is a shitty job, these people openly acknowledged how entitled they were by being snide about a real job that was beneath them or something. Just gross and slimy behavior. We were still in a rush for the next couple hours, and I was working a double, so I never got a break. A couple hours later, the head chef told me he needed me in the office. He knew I wasn't getting a break. He told me he heard what happened, handed me a perfect looking steak, told me to sit down and that I was not allowed to leave the office for the next 20 minutes and that he'd appreciate it if I finished my plate. He closed the door and literally stood outside to make sure no one else would come in. I cried for a moment, and at one of the best plates of food anyone has ever handed me, I was beyond touched. Oh, that's so freaking nice. at least someone appreciates him. Because honestly, when things get busy at a restaurant, everyone is like very like hot-headed, you know, because things need to get done quick. But man, that family, oh my gosh, such a friggin' headache. If you can't stay at a restaurant to just wait in line, then you don't deserve the spot. If you're gonna be leaving, then someone else takes your spot for sure. Just because you have the money to eat somewhere doesn't mean you're entitled to anything. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.